Sometimes the information on introducing solids to your baby can be confusing. When? How? How much? What are the right foods to start with? The Chatham Kent Public Health Unit is there to help guide you in making the best choices for feeding your baby. When introducing solids, the first step is to know your baby's signs of readiness.
We're really looking around that 6-month mark. We also want them to be sitting up with some support so that you're not having to lean them back to try to feed them. And they should be acting interested in food as well. So if you're having meals with your child anyway and they're sitting with you, you'll notice that they may start looking like they want to grab some things, or they're looking to kind of get things from you.
You may be getting advice from those around you about when to introduce solids to your baby. Sometimes well-intentioned people can give you incorrect advice, such as, you should give baby solids early to help them sleep through the night, or you should delay solids because your baby's too big. This advice is wrong, and there are even risks associated with too early or too late introduction.
Some of the risks that might be associated with offering your baby solids too early would be increased risk of allergic reaction. Their bodies are constantly maturing, and the earlier we feed solids, their bodies may be not quite mature enough to handle some of those other foods that are being introduced. One of the other things that we want to be careful about is baby isn't really ready to eat solids, and we're having to manipulate the food in order to get them to eat it, which might mean that you are putting things in a bottle and cutting the nipple hole bigger. And really, babies need to be able to transfer solid food from the front of their mouth to the back of their mouth, and that will indicate that they are ready to start solids. It's also not a good idea to wait too long, because we find that babies who are introduced to textures later than that 6-month mark, or get fed purees too long, then what happens is a lot of them will end up having issues with textures of any description down the road. They don't like lumps and bumps in their food. They don't tolerate them very well. They may end up having more gagging episodes, throwing up, things like that. And that is something that will take quite a bit longer to get over, and sometimes does require some extra professional help.